Good morning, everyone. We have already gone through two videos of this chapter, and as already discussed, it's a long chapter and very important too. Enemy is being saved by a Japanese doctor, and we get to understand the circumstances which led him to take that decision. Like we understood about the early life of Sadao, then he's going to America, studying and coming back. He remembers about something about America, marriage we discussed, then the sight of the white man, American man coming to their coast, and they come about the identity of the person. Sadao was in dilemma what to do with this person. Ultimately, they decided that he should be taken to their house. And then they started helping him. And this led to Sadao decided to operate upon the man. He was very dirty because he came out of the sea. Sadao told Hana to bring hot water so that he could wash that white man. But Hana denied that she won't allow Sadao to do so, and she will inform servants about it and they would help them. The white man's face was very pale, and Sadao checked his pulse. The pulse was very faint, and he was very weak, and he thus said that he must be operated. Then only he could survive. Hana refused Sadao to try to save him because he was an American and there was no need of trying to save that person. But Sadao said that there were chances that even after the operation he may die. So because of that, Hana also agreed that it's fine to operate upon. We come to the servants' reaction when it was informed to the servants about the white man. There were three servants. Yumi, she was the caretaker of the children. Old gardener, he was also a house servant, and the cook. When servants were told about it, they were very frightened, as generally is, because the person was an American man, and giving shelter to an American man during wartime could have proved to be very difficult for those people. That's why old gardener, maybe he was somewhat thinking about the sea and the bullet, and because he was shot by the gun and then sea tried to take his life. Now if Sadao operates, then he said that it may lead to gun and sea taking revenge from them. Yumi brought water in that room where that white man was, but she refused to wash the white man. In fact, Sadao's assurance that he would hand him over to the police after operating, that they didn't agree to. They thought that Sadao and Hana were trying to help him and they won't hand him over to the police. After Yumi, Yumi became very adamant and very stubborn face she had when Hana tried to force her to wash the white man, but she immediately refused. And this made Hana also frightened, and she thought that probably if the servants inform it to police, they may land up in trouble. So she sent Yumi back, and Hana decided to wash the white man. The reason being, she believed in a master to maintain superiority in front of servants. That when something has been ordered to servant and he or she doesn't do it, then definitely that work can be done by the master. She thoroughly cleaned the upper body of white man, but still when she was washing, she had the feeling of repulsion. She didn't turn him because she was frightened that if she turns, then the wound that was already there, it might open up. And that's why she didn't turn the person. And she was waiting for Sadao to enter. And then Sadao enters the room. And before Hana finished washing, Sadao was into the room with the emergency bag of doctor and the coat he was already wearing. He placed all the instruments on alcove, and Hana assisted him in whatever she could. She had never seen an operation earlier, but still she was doing her best to help Sadao. Here the working style of doctor, you might have seen it in movies, not really you have seen, but in movies you might have seen. They are quite obsessed in their work. And he is talking to himself sometimes with the white man. And he is not worried about whatever was happening around him. Whatever Hana was doing, Hana was saying, she just responds curtly. Not exactly with any kind of things like might have heard or not heard, no feelings, nothing. Only concern about the patient that is being seen. He was unmindful and completely lost in the operation. He asked Hana to fetch the towels, didn't respond to her, and he asked her to give anesthesia as and when it is required. Hana was worried when she saw Matt being covered with the blood, but she could not help it out now. Everything was spoiled. We will stop here itself and we will continue next time. Till then, thank you. Bye.